Okay, today we're going to be doing inequalities where we're going to focus on multiplication and division, and then we're going to get into two-step inequalities. So we're going to be solving it basically the same way we have. There's just going to be one difference if we're multiplying or dividing by a negative. So we'll get to that here in a moment. So first we're going to practice just solving the first two. So for number one, it says 8x is less than or equal to 40. So that means 8 times x, so the opposite would be to divide both sides by 8 to get x by itself. X less than or equal to 5. So that would be your solution. And then we'll get, it says graph the solution on a number line. We'll get to that in a moment. Number 2, h over 4 is less than 3, which means h divided by 4 is less than 3. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. Yet h is less than 12. So pretty much the same that we've been doing, but again, it's going to get a little different when we multiply or divide by negative. So on the next page, so if you multiply or divide by a negative, the inequality sign will flip. Don't change your answer. If it was positive, don't make it negative. If it was negative, don't make it positive. We are only flipping the inequality symbol. So, like here for part A, it says negative 4x less than or equal to 4. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 4. Now since that was a negative, so in this line, if it's a negative, we're going to flip this inequality symbol so it faces the other way. And 4 divided by negative 4 is negative 1. So if the number by the variable, so this number right here, is negative, you're going to flip your sign. And that's only for multiplication and division, not addition or subtraction. So I'm going to graph this on a number line. So this is going to be a closed circle on negative 1 going to the right. Okay. Part B, I see k divided by negative 2, so I'm going to offset and multiply by negative 2. So I get negative 2. I multiplied by a negative, so I flip my inequality symbol, and then k. Now the problem is I don't like k to be on the right side. I like it to be on the left. So I'm going to switch it. And when we switch it, we are going to flip our inequality symbol again. So the inequality symbol will actually be back to where it was in the beginning. We flipped it once because we multiplied by negative, flipped it again because the variable wasn't on the correct side. So I have an open circle on negative 2. It says k is less than, so I'm going to shade where numbers are less than. Okay, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Okay, part C, I have negative 6a greater than negative 30, so divide both sides by negative 6. We get a. I divided by a negative, so I'm going to flip my sign. Negative 30 divided by negative 6 is positive 5. So a is less than 5. It's going to be an open circle on 5. And since it's less than, I'm going to where the numbers are less than, so on the left. Okay, part D, I have x over 2, which means x divided by 2. So I'm going to do the opposite and multiply both sides by 2. Now notice, even though this 2 right here is a negative, the 2 right here is not. So the number right by the variable is 2, and the number I wrote right here, that needs to be negative to flip the sign. So I'm not going to flip my sign here, since this number was not negative. Negative 2 divided, or times 2 is negative 4. Then I'm going to graph this on my number line. So I have a closed circle on negative 4, and it says x is greater than, so I'm going to shade where numbers are greater than. Okay, 2 more problems. Part E. So here we have two-step inequalities, so we're going to solve them the same way. Instead of plus 4, I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. And yes, that looks like a negative, but I'm not multiplying or dividing, so I don't have to worry about flipping my sign. Get negative 3d is less than. Negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. Then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. I get d. I divide by a negative, so I flip my sign. Negative 6 divided by negative 3 is a positive 2. So I have an open circle on 2, and it's d is greater than, so I shade where numbers are greater than. Part F, get rid of the front, so instead of minus 12, we're going to add 12 to both sides. We get 8x, bring down your inequality symbol. Negative 28 plus 12, those are different signs, so I'm going to subtract to get negative 16. Divide by a positive 8. Since I divide by a positive 8, I do not flip my sign. So yeah, x is greater than negative 16 divided by 8 is negative 2. So that's going to be an open circle on negative 2. It says x is greater than, so I shade to the right. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know.